Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Conversations with Dr. Cybersecurity. And today, we're doing this show at a special time because my guest is all the way in India. She's an author, and her name is Rekha Mordani. Rekha, why don't you introduce yourself to our audience?
Hello everyone, myself Rekha Mordani from India. I'm currently based in Dibrugarh, Assam. I am the mom of two. I had been a homemaker for 13 long years after my marriage. And then an amusing incident happened that changed my entire life. Like from stay-at-home mom, I became a freelancer, a content writer, and an entrepreneur. And there was still more to come my way. I rediscovered my talents and recognized my abilities. One thing that always sparks my interest is writing, and the thirst was never quenched. I always believe in 3 P's. First is possibility, second is positivity, and the third is passion, belief in passion. So with positivity and power of passion, I made it possible for me. And today I am the author of my book, Miles and Fear. This is my debut novel. And it has been a month to its release now. And I'm receiving quite good and decent feedbacks from my readers. And today I'm here to get some good ideas to promote my book in a better way, some effective ideas, and to reach more and more readers from you, sir.
Wow, what an introduction, the 3 Ps. So we already got an amazing message from you, the 3 Ps. Wow, that is a wonderful introduction. Congratulations on your book. I have seen you posting on Twitter, and I know we have some common friends. This is absolutely wonderful. Thank you for coming. What are some topics you want to talk about?
My only topic is I want to talk about my book promotion, first of all, and how I started writing, like because I was a stay-at-home mom and I became an author and I've started my own business. So the journey is very interesting. There is a story I would love to share with all of you.
Please do.
So,
yes.
Actually, once I was learning lessons to my younger son. He was 4 years old then. And a question arises that who cooks food for you and who goes out for work? So he promptly answered me, my mother cooks food for me and my daddy goes out for work. He also added that because it's only women who works in the kitchen and it's only men who goes out for work. So I was stunned to hear him, and I tried to rectify him. I said, no, it's not always like that. Even a woman can go out for work and earn money, and a man can cook in the kitchen. But he clearly denied me by saying that, no, Mama, I have never seen you going out for work, and I've never seen my father even brewing his cup of tea. I couldn't agree more, because that was the truth. He was right. That day, I realized that our actions influence our children. Like if we we need to set right examples in front of them. If we want them to believe us, we need to provide them right reasons to do so. So I considered about it a lot, and it took 13 years for me to restart. After the gap of 13 long years, I tied my shoelace and I was all set to run on the track. I started with blogging, despite of my fears, like whether people would accept me as a blogger or not, or people I would be able I would be able to change my entire life. I would be able to set right examples or not, or how would I handle? Like I was not working earlier, so how would I handle all these things? But I didn't want to regret for not giving myself a chance. So I give myself a chance, and I started blogging, and gradually I started receiving good feedbacks from my, I received appreciation from my from my readers and co-writers also. Then I started writing technically, and then I also started a business. So now I can claim that I'm an entrepreneur also. And then it took, after doing all these things, I was not satisfied. I was that passion was missing maybe. So one day I just fished out a journal from my cupboard and started writing in it. Being old school, I started writing in it a short story, and it took 3 years for me to transform that story into a novel. So now I am happy and I'm satisfied. Now I know what I was looking for. So this was my journey so far.
That is fascinating. I love it. So what does your son think now?
He's very happy. He feels very proud of me. No, my mama has written a book, and her name is written on the book. So he feels very proud about it, and it really makes me proud as well.
Yes.
So
So
many.
this is a very key thing that you mentioned, that if you want change, you have to be the change, and you have to set the examples, because the children learn from the parents by looking at the parents. So this is absolutely amazing that you did that. And I know that this thing often has to happen. Sometimes it is the woman and sometimes it is the man that has to sacrifice. For example, I have actually transformed many stay-at-home moms to cybersecurity professionals after they've been 10 years out of the workforce raising children. And then all of a sudden they're in the workforce and they're thinking, can I do this? But we see time and time again, of course you can, because the human mind and the human brain is absolutely amazing. If you put your goal and your determination, yes, it will be hard. And you just showed. You started small, you started with the blogging, then you started with a little story, and all of a sudden that story blossomed into a book, and now you are marketing it and you have become a
Yeah.
businesswoman. This is amazing. All right, so what else?
So, but just that I had many hindrances throughout my way, but they were never bigger than my determination.
I
So
think,
I.
yes, determination is the key. So go ahead.
So it was very difficult for me in the beginning to write. Like I used to write during nights after 11 or 12. Then I used to write till 3 and 4 a.m. And then I used to wake up early in the morning for my children's schools. But this lockdown period was profitable for me. I used that free time as much as I could. And it is because of that lockdown period I was able to finish my novel. And today, today I'm so happy and so satisfied that it is out. And moreover, people are liking it. I am receiving a decent and good feedbacks from them. So it is motivating me more, and it is accelerating me to write more. So, sir, just today I'm here to get some good, good promotional ideas from you, since your books are highly acclaimed and you are in this way bringing out the greatness, the talents that exist in each of us. So it is truly, truly honorable for me that I'm today here talking with you. So
Well,
thank you for your.
this is my job. My job is to help people bring out their greatness, number one. And number two, to build educational content by highlighting people who have taken the hard work of doing something, but then also are willing and daring enough to create a video to talk about themselves a little bit. Because I know for many people, it's not easy to come and talk and make a video about something. But you see, this video, I sincerely believe, is going to inspire a lot of people, right? Because you will be an example of that. And through that inspiration, you will start creating this circle of friends and supporters, as you just talked about, because people follow humans, people follow people, and they just follow authentic people. As long as you're authentic and you're bringing out your own journey and claiming your struggles. So by sharing the fact that you struggled, you're basically exercising control over those struggles, right? Instead of the struggles controlling you, you are now controlling the struggles. You are claiming your own story. That is powerful.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot.
So what questions do you have? Do you have any questions or anything else that you want to talk about?
Yes, sir. So actually, I right now presently, many of my friends and my followers on Facebook or Twitter, they are reading my book and they are providing me good feedbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, they are saying we want it to, go further. This book should go further because it's good.
Mm-hmm.
So this is also motivating me a lot. And even I'm looking for some good ideas. Like presently, I'm new to this publishing industry, and there are very paid promotion. People are approaching me for paid promotion, but I really need some good and effective ideas that would work in a better way to promote my book. So what should I do about it, sir?
Sure.
What do you suggest?
This that you're doing is a great idea. My recommendation is go for as many free things as possible. If you're willing to look at me as an example, I spend $0 on ads or promotions. I'm not a big believer in promotional spending. That's the old way. The new way is content creation, personal brand creation, which is what you're doing right now. Because the fact that you've introduced yourself, guess what? This is the beginning potentially of your brand. If this is the first video you are creating, that's great. But don't stop here, right? Continue to talk about this journey, but more frequently. One possible thing that you could do is create perhaps a conference. Could you perhaps create a conference, not necessarily for just yourself, but could you create a conference for several authors? Maybe you know some other authors that also need the promotion.
Okay.
Maybe they work in a different genre. It doesn't matter. If you did a conference and if you invited me to speak at your conference, I would love to do that. So invite influential people to your conference to create content. So that is how I did my book launch for Bring Inner Greatness Out. I found 10 passionate people within my network who were supporters of my work, who are likely to read the book and also talk about the book, but also talk about some of the lessons. So actually, both Angelina Sims and Dr. Tammy Erickson, whom you will meet later on during the networking hour, they were speakers at my conference because as soon as the book came out, well, first of all, both of them were almost part of my journey of writing the book. And as soon as they came out, they were the first readers of the book, right? So now I have these passionate people who are willing to talk about the book and how that book might have made a difference for them and how they might recommend the book. During that conference, I allowed every one of them to speak for about 5 to 7 minutes. I'm not a big fan of long, lengthy conferences where somebody goes for an hour. That doesn't work. 5 minutes is good enough for somebody to talk about something substantive. And that way, this got exposed. So within 70 minutes, 11 speakers, that included me, we did this amazing conference back in February. That conference is still talked about today. You could do something like that. It will be completely free because most of this technology is free or low cost, right? And that's what you should do. Get a Zoom license. Probably doesn't cost very much. I don't know what it costs in India. Over here, a Zoom license for me costs like $150 a year. I think that's amazing, right? So that has allowed me to teach globally. It has allowed me to create all this content globally. And I actually have been one of the early adopters of Zoom. I adopted Zoom almost 8-9 years ago. So I've been doing this global education and networking through this. This is something you can do. And as you create the as you organize the conference, let's say, you will have maybe 2-3 months of marketing time about the conference, right? Notice that that marketing that you're going to do is about the conference. It's not about your book, but it's about your conference. And every time they see you marketing and all that, they will know, oh, Rekha is the author of this book because that is part of your brand. You probably would have a background on your LinkedIn profile and your Twitter with your book and everything. So every time you show up in the news about anything, like a conference or something substantive, guess what? Your book shows up. Then when you do the Eventbrite registration or something, There also you will highlight not only your book, but all the other authors. Let us say that you did a conference with, say, 10 authors. Guess what? Every one of those authors is going to start promoting that conference. As a result, every one of you will benefit. This is called cross-brand promotion. Cross-brand promotion is one of the most powerful free ways of marketing.
All right.
Why do I invite people here? It is cross-brand promotion. Guess what? Every time you share the video, am I not automatically promoted?
Definitely.
So if I create content like this with 400 people, I've got 400 people that are sharing my videos all the time because their content is there. See, it always has to be about my network, not about me. It has to be about the people that I've surrounded myself with. And there are amazing people in my network. That's what you need to do. Build your number of connections.
Okay, so I've already told 10 people, around 10 people, that I am going to have a conversation with you. And now even they know you, that there is someone, Dr. Mansur Hasib exists. And now they know about you, about your books also. So now I know how it really works. Like,
yes,
the connection.
And if you notice, the moment you and I connected and you agreed to come on the show, I started promoting the show, right? Automatically promoted you, your book, automatically promoted me, because this is cross-brand promotion, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I cannot exist without my community. That is not possible. Nobody, no human being exists without the community. So we have to build that community of supporters around our work. And it is much more powerful when some member of the community said, oh, I read so-and-so's book and it actually helped me. Like today, oh my God, today I got news from 2 people who read this book. One found a job. He was transitioning from the Air Force to the civilian life. And of course, he was networking with a lot of people. He found a job today. He announced it in a video. So again, he did a creative way of announcing it. I think that was powerful. He could have just called somebody up and said he got the job, but that would not have been powerful. The fact that he made a video announcing his finding the job with one of his friends, that was a powerful way, right? So it enhances his brand, but also promotes me, promotes all the other people that helped him. But guess what it does to me also? The joy that I feel is just amazing. Another person who was not a public speaker, didn't want to do public speaking because she already had a nice federal job and everything. Okay, secure job. But you see, life is not about just having a secure job or just an income. It's also about how much contribution can you make to society, right? You have a brain, you have been given education, all these blessings. Well, it must have a purpose, and that purpose must be to help and spread your wealth, right? The wealth of your knowledge. Why did you write the book? Yes, you got some satisfaction out of it, but hopefully somebody else is going to get touched, inspired by your journey of writing the book and say, hey, if Rekha can do this, my friend can do this, I can do it too. So you're setting examples.
Actually, many women of my city are truly inspired from me. Even they are saying the same words as you have just said. And I feel motivated by them also. Like, I have done a great job. I feel like, maybe I haven't, not yet, but I feel like I have done a great job.
Yes, and this is a journey. So greatness is a journey, right? As you create content and do things, you will experiment and you find what works. Like this series, Conversations with Dr. Cybersecurity. I had no idea it would go on for more than a year. Now I started it as April of 2020. Here we are, almost July, right?
July.
It is crazy. I never thought this would happen, but it did, only because people are coming, people are interested, the content seems interesting.
Yeah, this is the beauty of this show, that people across the globe are connecting here, discussing a wide range of issues, enhancing and helping each other, sharing positive thoughts and spreading positive vibes all over. So I truly appreciate your efforts, sir.
Yeah, and that is the other thing. I decided that even though it's a conversation with me, my topics can be varied. It's all about the other person. So whatever the other person's passionate, as long as it is about personal branding, greatness, success, and those kinds of things, we can just talk. They don't even have to be experts. I've had people who were students come and we've had a great conversation. And today was no different. I actually, we're going to close the show now because we've already talked a lot and we've exchanged some ideas, and we can certainly talk more. We have a live audience. I see several members in the audience, and we will network with them after the recording is done. So if you have any last thoughts or questions, we can close with that, Rekha. Otherwise, fantastic that you came. I really enjoyed chatting with you.
Same here, sir. I'm truly honored being here. Thank you for your invitation. I have already asked what I wanted to ask, and really thank you for your ideas. I would definitely gonna follow them.
Great, thank you.